Euphrates rivers carved lifelines through the arid earth, an extraordinary society arose. One that would shape the course of human history. Mesopotamia, the land of towering ziggurats and bustling city-states, was a marvel of innovation, culture, and unparalleled complexity. It was here that writing was born, where the first laws were written, and where the echoes of an ancient past still whisper through the ruins. But what if the legacy of Mesopotamia held secrets far more profound than we have ever imagined? What if hidden within the clay tablets and mythological texts there were clues suggesting that the dawn of civilization was not solely the result of human ingenuity, but of contact with beings from beyond the stars? The Sumerians, among the earliest inhabitants of this land, spoke of the Anunnaki, mighty deities who descended from the heavens to shape the destiny of humankind. Were these celestial figures merely the embodiment of myth, or do they hint at an extraordinary truth? That humanity's rapid advancement was guided by an intelligence far greater than our own. The intricate knowledge of astronomy, the precision of their architectural wonders, and their inexplicable understanding of advanced sciences beg the question: could it be that the Mesopotamians were not alone in their quest for greatness? As we piece together the fragments of history, we find ourselves standing at the threshold of a revelation, one that challenges everything we know about the origins of civilization. Whether these ancient accounts are symbolic allegories or glimpses into a reality lost to time, the mystery of Mesopotamia remains, beckoning us to look deeper, to question the past, and to wonder if the first great civilization on Earth was truly the work of humans alone. The ancient Sumerians, often hailed as the architects of the first great civilization, left behind a legacy that continues to intrigue historians, archaeologists, and seekers of hidden truths. Their cuneiform inscriptions, meticulously pressed into clay tablets, tell stories that blur the line between myth and history, tales of divine beings, epic battles, and the very origins of humanity itself. Among these celestial figures, the Anunnaki stand apart, a pantheon of gods said to have descended from the heavens to shape the destiny of humankind. Unlike mere mythological beings, these deities were portrayed not just as rulers of the cosmos, but as possessors of unparalleled knowledge, wielding technologies and wisdom that seemed far beyond the capabilities of the time. The Sumerians spoke of their gods with a reverence that hinted at something more than mere worship. Perhaps a memory of encounters with beings whose influence forever altered the course of civilization. Were the Anunnaki simply mythological constructs, or could they be echoes of something far more extraordinary? Some researchers speculate that the detailed accounts of their arrival, their interactions with humanity, and even their involvement in shaping early society suggest a deeper mystery, one that challenges conventional historical narratives. From the creation of mankind to the establishment of the first great cities, could it be that the Sumerians were recording not just legends, but glimpses of a truth lost to time? As we decipher these ancient texts, we are left with tantalizing questions. Were the Sumerians simply the first great civilization? Or were they the beneficiaries of a knowledge far older and more advanced than we have ever dared to imagine? According to ancient accounts, these celestial visitors arrived at a pivotal moment, when humanity was still in its infancy, struggling to survive in a harsh and unpredictable world. With their vast knowledge of agriculture, mathematics, and astronomy, they ushered in an era of unprecedented advancement, transforming scattered nomadic tribes into thriving civilizations. Under their guidance, the once barren lands of Mesopotamia blossomed into a cradle of progress. They imparted wisdom on irrigation, perhaps derived from their own advanced understanding of hydrology, allowing the rivers to be tame and the fields to flourish. With bountiful harvests came the first surpluses of food, setting the stage for the birth of cities, the rise of trade networks, and the establishment of structured societies. But their influence extended beyond mere survival. The Anunnaki, as they were known, seemed to possess an almost divine mastery of the cosmos, passing down knowledge that enabled early civilizations to track celestial movements with astonishing precision. How did these ancient people develop an understanding of the stars that rivaled, and in some cases, surpassed, what should have been possible for their time? The echoes of their influence can still be seen in the ruins of towering ziggurats, in the meticulous mathematical systems carved into clay tablets, and in the myths that speak of gods who walked among mortals. Were these accounts simply stories crafted by ancient minds seeking meaning in the unknown? Or do they hint at something far more extraordinary? A forgotten chapter of human history where knowledge was gifted, not discovered. Imagine the scorching Mesopotamian sun beating down on a lone Sumerian farmer, his bare feet sinking into the warm, fertile earth. Sweat drips from his brow as he lifts his gaze toward the sky, expecting only the familiar stretch of endless blue. But today is different. A strange glow pierces the horizon, growing brighter, until, against all reason, a shimmering craft descends from the heavens. His breath catches in his throat as towering figures emerge, their forms draped in garments that gleam like molten silver, their eyes filled with an otherworldly wisdom. The farmer drops to his knees, trembling, not out of fear, but reverence. The beings approach, their presence neither menacing nor hostile, but deliberate, purposeful. One extends a hand, guiding him to his feet, and in that moment, knowledge floods his mind. He sees the rivers bending to human will, their flow redirected to nourish the land. He envisions fields stretching in perfect harmony, crops thriving in meticulously planned rows. He watches as symbols and markings, once meaningless scratches in clay, transform into the foundation of language and law. The strangers speak not in words, but in truths that imprint themselves onto his very soul. When the craft ascends once more, vanishing beyond the clouds, the farmer is no longer just a humble worker of the land. He is a keeper of secrets, a bearer of divine instruction. With newfound purpose, he races back to his village, eager to share the wisdom bestowed upon him. The others listen, their eyes widening with wonder, their hands itching to reshape their world. And so, under the watchful gaze of celestial beings, civilization is born, not through trial and error, but through a whispered revelation from the stars. As generations pass, the Anunnaki's influence seeps into every facet of Sumerian civilization, shaping its very identity. No longer mere mortals struggling against the whims of nature, the Sumerians become architects of a thriving society, their hands guided by celestial wisdom. Their artistry flourishes, infused with an almost supernatural elegance. Pottery is no longer just functional, but adorned with intricate symbols, glyphs that whisper of cosmic knowledge. Sculptures depict figures with elongated forms and piercing eyes, their features eerily reminiscent of the visitors from the stars. Towering ziggurats rise from the earth like stairways to the heavens, mimicking the celestial vessels that once descended upon their London. Each brick, each stone is laid with a silent prayer, an offering to the divine beings who reshaped their world. Yet, it is not only their art and architecture that bear the mark of the Anunnaki, it is their stories, their myths, their very perception of existence. Their oral traditions weave the Anunnaki into the fabric of human destiny, transforming them into gods, into rulers of fate. The Epic of Gilgamesh, a tale that will echo through the annals of time, speaks of celestial beings, divine wisdom, and the unrelenting quest for immortality. Could it be that Gilgamesh himself, in his desperate pursuit of eternal life, was retracing the footsteps of those who had once walked among them, those who had unlocked the secrets of existence beyond the stars? With each tale passed from elder to child, with each inscription pressed into soft clay, the Sumerians etched their connection to the divine into history. But what if these were not just myths? What if they were coded messages? Fragments of truth left behind for future generations to decipher? If so, then the question remains: was Sumer truly the first great civilization of Earth, or merely the first to be guided by hands not entirely human? The legacy of the Anunnaki extends far beyond the fertile fields and towering ziggurats of Sumer. With the gift of knowledge bestowed upon them, the Sumerians embark on an intellectual revolution that will shape the course of human history. At the heart of this transformation is the birth of writing. Cuneiform, a system of wedge-shaped symbols pressed into clay, becomes more than just a means of communication. It is a portal through which wisdom is preserved, laws are codified, and history is immortalized. With each carefully inscribed tablet, the Sumerians lay the foundation for literature, bureaucracy, and governance. But the true marvel lies in the speed and precision with which this system emerges. Could a civilization, still in its infancy, have devised such an intricate method of record-keeping on its own? Or were they simply transcribing knowledge imparted by their celestial visitors? Their understanding of mathematics is equally astonishing. They calculate the movements of celestial bodies with uncanny accuracy, develop a numerical system based on 60, one still used today in our measurements of time, and construct architectural wonders that align perfectly with astronomical events. The precision of their calculations, embedded in the very structure of their cities, suggests more than mere trial and error. Was this advanced knowledge a gift from the Anunnaki? A roadmap to understanding the universe itself? As their cities grow, so does their system of governance. The concept of kingship is said to have descended from heaven, a phrase that raises profound questions. Were these early rulers chosen by divine mandate, or were they intermediaries tasked with carrying out the will of the Anunnaki on Earth? The Code of Ur-Nammu and later Hammurabi's laws established structured societies, balancing justice and order with a level of sophistication that seems centuries ahead of its time. With every innovation, every leap forward, the influence of the Anunnaki lingers like an invisible hand guiding humanity's ascent. If they were truly teachers from the stars, what was their ultimate purpose? Did they seek to elevate humankind, or were they merely shaping civilization to serve their own enigmatic designs? The answers, perhaps, lie buried in the ancient tablets, waiting for those who dare to seek them. As Mesopotamia thrived, its legacy rippled outward, touching the hearts and minds of civilizations yet to rise. The Akkadians, Babylonians, and Assyrians, great empires that would dominate the region, did not merely inherit Sumerian advancements. They refined and expanded upon them, elevating human achievement to new heights. Yet, beneath the grandeur of their cities and the might of their armies, the whispers of the Anunnaki endured. Over time, the celestial visitors of old were transfigured into gods, immortal beings who wielded power over creation and destruction. Their names changed, their forms evolved, but their influence remained. In Babylon, the mighty Marduk ascended as the supreme deity, his legend echoing the cosmic battles and divine mandates of a past long obscured. In Assyria, winged figures adorned temple walls, their presence a silent reminder of beings who once walked the earth. The deeper one delves into these myths, the clearer it becomes. The stories of gods and kings are, perhaps, fragmented memories of something far more profound. As these cultures expanded their dominions, their sacred texts and epic tales carried echoes of a time when knowledge was bestowed upon humanity from above. The Enuma Elish, the Babylonian creation myth, speaks of divine architects shaping the world, their cosmic struggles determining the fate of mortals. Could these narratives be veiled accounts of an ancient, forgotten truth? Were the Anunnaki not merely figures of legend, but the true catalysts behind the rise of civilization? The deeper we explore, the more tantalizing the mystery becomes. Were these celestial beings guides, mentors, or perhaps something else entirely? Did they depart, satisfied with their creation? Or do they still watch from the shadows, waiting for the moment to reveal themselves once more? Yet, the implications of such extraterrestrial involvement stretch far beyond cultural enrichment or technological advancement. They cut to the very core of human identity, reshaping our understanding of divinity and our place in the grand design of the cosmos. Were the Anunnaki truly gods, revered for their wisdom and power? Or were they simply explorers from the stars, beings of flesh and blood, wielding knowledge so advanced that it appeared godlike to early civilizations? This ambiguity is woven into the fabric of Sumerian thought, forcing us to reconsider the nature of belief itself. If the gods of antiquity were in fact ancient astronauts, then what does that say about the origins of religious devotion? Did humanity in its awe and reverence mistake technology for divinity? Or is there something more profound at play? An unspoken connection between mortals and the cosmos? One that has shaped our spiritual evolution since the dawn of time? The blurred lines between the divine and the extraterrestrial provoke unsettling yet exhilarating questions. If the Anunnaki were visitors from another world, what became of them? Did they ascend to the heavens, leaving behind only myths and ruins? Or do they still watch from the shadows, guiding us from afar? As humanity reaches for the stars, are we simply following in the footsteps of those who once walked among us? Perhaps, in our relentless pursuit of knowledge, we are not just discovering the secrets of the universe. We are retracing the path laid out for us eons ago. As the centuries unfold, the once glorious bond between humanity and the Anunnaki begins to fade into obscurity. The rise and fall of empires, the relentless march of conquest, and the turmoil of war erode the knowledge that had once illuminated the Sumerian world. What was once sacred wisdom, passed down from celestial mentors, becomes fragmented, scattered across generations like whispers in the wind. The towering ziggurats, once pulsating with divine purpose, now stand as weathered sentinels of a forgotten age. Their stone foundations, once teeming with life and reverence, are now veiled in dust, their secrets buried beneath layers of time. The Sumerians, the chosen stewards of otherworldly knowledge, become mere echoes in history, their civilization giving way to new powers that neither remember nor comprehend the gifts they once possessed. Yet, remnants of their influence persist, hidden within the mythologies and sacred texts of later civilizations. The gods of old become legends, their names reshaped by the tongues of new empires, their celestial origins obscured by the veil of time. But what if the Anunnaki never truly left? What if, in the vastness of the cosmos, they are still watching, waiting for the moment when humanity is once again ready to unlock the secrets of its past and embrace the truth of its celestial heritage? In the modern era, the whispers of the Anunnaki echo once more, stirring the depths of a human curiosity. The fascination with ancient aliens ignites a worldwide movement, drawing scholars, historians, and visionaries into a relentless pursuit of truth. Across the globe, researchers pore over cuneiform tablets, deciphering cryptic messages that may hold the key to humanity's forgotten origins. The stunning achievements of the Sumerians, once attributed solely to human ingenuity, are now viewed through a different lens. Could the sudden explosion of knowledge in Mesopotamia have been the result of an otherworldly intervention? The precision of their astronomical calculations, the complexity of their legal systems, and the sheer ambition of their architectural marvels suggest a leap in understanding that defies conventional explanations. As technology advances, new methods of exploration emerge. Satellite imagery reveals strange anomalies buried beneath the sands of Iraq, hinting at structures far older than previously believed. Genetic research uncovers mysterious markers in human DNA, sparking debates about whether our evolution was purely natural or subtly influenced by an unseen hand. The legacy of the Anunnaki is no longer confined to ancient myths. It has become a gateway to new possibilities, a challenge to the boundaries of history, and a reminder that the universe may hold far more secrets than we ever imagined. Are we on the verge of rediscovering a truth that has been hidden for millennia? And if so, what will we do when the past finally meets the future? As we peer into the depths of history, the possibility of ancient aliens shaping Mesopotamian civilization unfolds like a cosmic puzzle, each fragment teasing us with tantalizing clues. What if the grand epics of gods descending from the heavens were not mere mythology, but echoes of real encounters? What if humanity's earliest strides towards civilization were not taken alone, but guided by unseen hands from the stars? These questions ignite a fire in the imagination, compelling us to rethink the nature of our past. Were the celestial beings worshipped by the Sumerians divine in the way we once believed? Or were they advanced travelers from realms beyond our comprehension? The blurred line between history and legend challenges us to push beyond conventional narratives, to uncover truths buried beneath the sands of time. The allure of these mysteries is irresistible. They beckon us to explore forgotten texts, to decode ancient symbols, and to reconsider the origins of human progress. As we stand at the crossroads of myth and reality, we find ourselves gazing toward the stars, not just in search of what lies ahead, but in pursuit of what may have come before. The legacy of Mesopotamia, woven with the whispers of the Anunnaki, stands as a testament to humanity's insatiable quest for knowledge. Whether these enigmatic figures were gods, extraterrestrial visitors, or something beyond our comprehension, their imprint on early civilization is undeniable. They left behind more than myths and monuments. They ignited a spark within us, a relentless drive to seek answers beyond the limits of our understanding. In the echoes of ancient tales, we hear a call that transcends time and space, urging us to look beyond what we know and embrace the mysteries that still elude us. The ziggurats may have crumbled, the cuneiform tablets may have faded, but the questions remain. Who were they, and what was their true purpose? As we gaze into the endless expanse of the night sky, we cannot help but wonder, is our story one of isolation, or are we part of a cosmic tapestry far greater than we ever imagined? The universe stretches before us, vast and uncharted, and perhaps, just perhaps, the echoes of the Anunnaki are still waiting to be heard.